Okay, so one of the things that I just, for the love of me, I cannot tolerate is file names with spaces and excessive symbols in their names. So I tried to write a script that would rename all of this. Now usually I don't even name files like this to begin with, so usually I just do not even have this kind of problem. But in this case I am running a script that will download, let's say, anything from that will download the songs from a YouTube playlist, and I downloaded a whole synthwave playlist on my computer. The problem is, as you can see, YouTube DLP by default uses this naming convention, which includes the title with the spaces of the video along with some random BS that it adds, like an ID or something. I guess it's the YouTube link. So if I go youtube.com/v, is it like this? YouTube.com, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So what I did is, because I would want to rename this to some sort of easier syntax. So for example, I would want to rename this to dopamine eternity mp3 without this BS, the file extension, then you remove this and you just keep this, and then you turn everything lowercase. This is my preferred way of naming things, naming files, naming variables and whatever. So what I did is write a script. I tried to help myself because I was too lazy to learn SED, so I tried to help myself with AI, so yeah, so it could so I could finish it easier, but honestly, as expected, it didn't really help me much. It failed a lot of times. I tried to be really patient, but no, it just doesn't want to work. So I said, you know what, screw this, I'm just gonna learn it. And yeah, bit by bit, I managed to write something. Now it looks like a mess. I know it does, but trust me, it's not that bad actually. So I'm just gonna show you real quick how it does it. So as you can see, script, it takes every file in this current directory that ends in mp3, and this is the converted version. There might be some mistakes, but it's a lot better because I would have a lot fewer mistakes, so I would just rename those that didn't actually work. But it's actually pretty close to what I would do myself if I had to rename them one by one. The script will be in the description if you want. But yeah, for example, those symbols, I didn't bother with those, but anyhow, if I would want to actually rename every file, I could just do mv file into new file, and this would rename everything. In fact, let's just do it live. Wait, what? You target not certain. Well, I think I have to something like this. Yep, a lot cleaner. Don't you agree? I mean, this is a lot better. It contains the author name and the actual title. That's all I need, honestly. I don't need any metadata because I don't have time for that, but this is all I need, just a script that will run through this for me. And yeah, so if you wanna take a look at how this works, we could let's see if I still have it. Okay, yeah. So how my script works is, let's take it bit by bit. I'm just gonna walk you through this real quickly. So we echo file. Okay, first I have to set it to something. First we echo the file, then we pipe it into sed and remove This means substitute whatever is inside of here, any regex that is inside of here with this. Substitute anything in here with this. In this case, I will keep this to empty because I want to remove things and do it globally. So for every line, in this case, I just have one, so it doesn't matter. So, okay, remove dot slash. So this removes the first dot slash. Then pipe this into sed, right? With this will get, the next one will get rid of everything that is inside of those square brackets. So you do this. And G, and I forgot to S. Okay, and as you can see, it got rid of this. Now you do the same thing for the normal brackets. I fucked up something, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot to do this. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All I need now is, let's see, what does this do? It goes from dot. Oh, this just removes the extension. Fair enough. This will remove the extension. SG. So go from dot till the end of the line and removes everything. Okay. Then you remove I don't know what this does actually. What's this? Substitute. Oh, this substitutes everything that is not. For example, I would want to get rid of this and this, so it substitutes those. It substitutes everything that is not a capital letter, lower letter, or a number, and so on. So sed as substitute anything that is not AZ09, and space and colon with empty, and there you go. Then this is a cool trick I learned by googling. It basically removes the trailing spaces and these additional spaces. If we for example want to print this now and append mp3 at the end, you would see that it has the trailing spaces and spaces in between and so on. As you can see here are two spaces. What you would do is write log equals 1 equals 1, then print. Of course, in between the curly brackets. And it removed any additional spaces. Now all that's left is to replace spaces with underscores. That's cool. And then tr will replace uppercase letters with lower case letters. And then you can just sed and replace the ending, the last part of the string with .mp3 g. Boom. And it will basically postfix mp3 at the end. And this is it, honestly. This is the whole chain of commands that you have to execute. Better than doing it yourself, I mean, hey.